Alright, welcome back, Arcade. We are filming another video for our upcoming character trait for this month. It is all about perseverance. That is sticking with something, even though it's hard or, you feel like giving up, it might be challenging for you. I do want to say last month, we did a really good job showing that empathy, making sure we were being kind. We're doing a great job so far persevering through flu season. I know a lot of people are getting sick, but with our attendance champions, the lowest grade level right now is around 91% average daily attendance, which is awesome. So keep persevering. We are gonna watch another masked reader video, so make sure you're paying close attention, your eyes are watching, your mouths are quiet, and your body is still. Let's pay attention.
The book that I've chosen to read is called When Things Aren't Going Right, Go Left. And the art is by Peter H. Reynolds, and the words are by Mark Colagiovanni. One day, for no particular reason, nothing was going right. Absolutely, positively, nothing was going right. So, I decided to go left. The first thing I did, I left behind my worries. Yep, I left them right there on the ground. They looked up at me and wondered, "Where are you going?" But I just smiled and waved goodbye. "Wait," they hollered. "Come back! What will happen to us?" I simply shrugged my shoulders. "You'll be fine." As I walked away, I thought, did I make the right choice? Should I go back and get them? Doubts crept in. So you know what I did? I left behind my doubts. Yep, I left them right there on the ground. They bellowed, "You're making a big mistake!" But I just gazed at the sky. They questioned, "Are you sure you're making the right decision?" "Absolutely," I declared. With my worries and doubts left behind, I could finally think clearly. I forged on until I came to a pool and a diving board I remembered all too well. The last time I tried to dive off that diving board, I splatted on my back. Ouch! I remembered the pain and how scared I was. I started thinking, maybe I shouldn't try this again. So you know what I did? I left behind my fears. Yup, I left them right there on the ground. They screamed, "Don't do it!" I stood up straight, shoulders back, hands pressed above my head. "Stop!" they cried, but I simply turned and gave them a wink. I leaped, splat, on my back once again. Oof, that stings. I thought to myself, this is impossible. It can't be done. So you know what I did? I left behind my frustrations. Yup, I left them right there on the ground. They yelled, "You can't do it!" Again, I stood up straight, shoulders back, hands pressed above my head. They laughed, "Give up already!" I whispered to myself, "No way, never." I leaped, feet together, toes pointed, legs straight. Perfect. I did it! I started to realize the more left I went, the more right I felt. So you know what I did? Yup, I kept going left. And before I knew it, everything was going right. As I walked home, I glanced at the ground and I noticed something that I did not expect. My frustrations were a lot smaller. My fears a lot quieter. My doubts a lot calmer. My worries practically gone. So, I decided to pick them back up. And you know what? They felt lighter now, and they weren't so hard to handle anymore. And I realized it was okay to have them with me, so long as I kept an eye on them and made sure they didn't get too big or too loud or too overwhelming. But if they did, and I felt like nothing was going right again, then I'd simply go left. When life's burdens start to feel too heavy, don't be afraid to put them down for a while. By Mark Colagiovanni. The end.
Hey kids, it's me, Miss Slocum. Did you guess? Did you guess right? I bet some of you did. So I chose this book because it doesn't use the word perseverance in it, but it talks about leaving behind your doubts and your worries and your fears and your frustrations. Those are the things that keep us from pursuing our goals. Those are the things that hold us back. So this month, remember, we're going to be looking for students who show perseverance, sticking with something even though it's hard or you feel like giving up. So if you start to feel that way, you got to leave those doubts behind you, leave your frustrations behind, and watch how much smaller they get.